Live life on the edge. It can be a good thing. Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Sheila, and I thank you so much for being here today. Today I want to talk about living life on the edge and how that can be a good thing for us. Now, of course, it can also be a bad thing when somebody just goes over the top. They take terrible risks, they have terrible habits, they push the limits, and their life falls apart around them. I'm not talking about living life on the edge in the negative way. I'm talking about it in the positive way. The reason I wanted to do this video is I thought it may help some people, but you know what? It's going to help me a great deal because I need the help. And you'll find out why as I go through these steps that I'm going to talk about. Living life on the edge needs to be a mindset of accepting challenges, of seeking growth, of having fulfillment in life, and of stepping out of our comfort zone. That's a hard one for me. So let's talk about a few of the steps we can take to live life on the edge in a good way, a way that will really fulfill us. I think first of all we need to redefine fear. Fear can rob us of so much and hold us back from making decisions in our lives. And we know where fear comes from. It comes right from Satan. Fear can hold us back from doing many things that we may have really enjoyed and would have loved the experience, but we let fear take a hold of us. So we need to redefine fear and maybe ask ourselves the question, what's the worst that could happen? Is this going to be the end of the world? Will I get through this? Just a few questions like that, and try to redefine that word so that you can get beyond it. We will never take risks or accept challenges if we have fear blocking our path. Another step would be to push our boundaries. How are we ever going to accept challenges in life if we don't push our boundaries? Sometimes you just have to take risks in life and try new experiences. We need to embrace the challenges that hold us back. We also need to embrace failure. Failure can be a stepping stone to success because of the lessons we learn from failure. It's not the end just because we failed at something. It's a new beginning. We just have to push forward and take it for the lesson that it is. Another step we can take is to embrace change and uncertainty. Anytime we have a change, there's gonna be uncertainty. Nobody likes change. I think most people like to stay in their comfort zone. But unless we step out of it, we are narrowing our world. We are narrowing our experiences and what life has to offer. Now, in some ways, I'm good in this area. In other ways, I'm not good in this area. One of the ways I've been successful in embracing change and uncertainty was moving here to South Carolina. I didn't know anybody here. I had never been here before. I was leaving all my family, my kids, my grandchildren, my church, my friends, my neighbors, life as I had known it for years, for many, many years. So that was a big change. But it turned out to be one of the best changes in our lives. If I would have let that uncertainty come into play, I would not be sitting here today. I wouldn't have had this opportunity that I have been given. I wouldn't have the life that I have today. It's so hard to explain that you would just take such a risk and have such a big change in your life that was full of uncertainty. But am I ever glad we did it? Now that's just one way that I have been successful. Believe me, there are many other ways throughout my life that I wasn't successful because I let the uncertainty and the fear of change and the fear of being out of my comfort zone stop me. I can't even imagine the opportunities that I have missed out on because of that. We tend to look at change as something negative, but really it opens the door to so many new possibilities. Another thing we can do is identify our passions and our purpose. If we don't do that, we're not even going to begin to live on the edge. Once you identify that, you are going to want to pursue your passion and your purpose. You're going to want to go for it. You may have had a dream of, I don't know, starting your own little small business or moving to a different state or a number of things. So if that's something you want in your life, you have to go for it. Don't let these other things hold you back. Live on the edge. Take that plunge. Take that jump. What's the worst that could happen? Many times we think, oh, I'll do that later. Well, maybe in a couple years. Well, maybe in 10 years. Or, yeah, that's one of my dreams I hope to realize one of these days. Well, one of these days may not come. We aren't guaranteed that. So as long as you use good judgment and make a calculated decision, assess your risks, assess the benefits, jump into your life. Jump off the edge. You're going to land on your feet. Another thing we can do is live authentically. Align our choices with our beliefs and our value systems. And the last thing I would say is embrace discomfort. Now that's a hard one to do, isn't it? But growth always happens outside of our comfort zone, not in our comfort zone. You have to step outside of that, and that can be scary. It can bring up a lot of questions. It can bring up a lot of self-doubt. But it can also bring the best, positive, fulfilling changes in your life. Now, there are some things in life I am just not going to do because I have no desire to do them. I have absolutely no interest to do them. I'll give you a couple examples. Go on a cruise. I have never wanted to go on a cruise. I have never had a desire to go on a cruise. I'm not afraid of water, and I can swim really good. I just have no desire. Get on an airplane. I've done it once in my life, and that's when I was 17 years old. Never been on one since, and don't plan to ever be on one. It's not something I want to do at all. Not interested. But there are many things in people's lives that they say, oh, I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. Well, we can. We might have to live life on the edge. But again, that would be a good thing because our wishes, our desires, our dreams, and the life we want for ourselves will come true. They'll happen for us if we're willing to do that. I believe that life is meant to be lived on the edge, to have the most fulfilling life, to get out of life the things that we want. But it can be challenging, it can be scary, it can be hard to step out of our comfort zone. It can be all those things. We can have 100 excuses why we won't live life on the edge. But I think it's a good thing. And I'm going to do whatever I can in my life for my own personal growth, to accept more challenges, to take more risks so that I can live my life on the edge. Let me know how you feel about this topic. Do you agree? Would you like to live your life on the edge? Would you like those changes to happen for you? I would love to know. Well, now I'm going to leave you with an inside beauty tip. My inside beauty tip today comes from Psalm 16:11. You make known to me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore. Well, God has a good life planned for each and every one of us. There's so much out there for us, and we only have this one life to live. Sometimes we have to make changes. Sometimes we have to do things that are a little scary. We have to accept the challenges, and we have to have faith and trust in God and ask for His guidance. But it's a big world out there, and God has a good life planned for each and every one of us. Let's not let anything hold us back anymore. I know I need to live life on the edge. How about you? I would love to know. I thank you so much for being here today. I truly do appreciate it. And until we meet again, this is the old girl signing out. See ya!